What is the Mazzaroth? This was Abba Father's revelation to Adam, revealing his plan for redeeming Adam and Eve and all of mankind from the curse of sin. What is astrology? So astrology is a demonic doctrine. Stay away from it. If you're looking at your horoscope every day in the newspaper, stop it. You don't need that. It's a bunch of garbage anyway, you know. I mean, listen, I can make stuff up and, have you come here every day and I'll say, well, today this is going to happen and you should avoid that, etc. And believe me, no matter what I say, throughout the day, you'll find some way of saying, oh, look, see, that was true. Trust me, I know about these things. Basic summary of God's revelation to Adam through the constellations that pass through the sky. Beginning with Virgo, tells this story. First, we have the constellation of Virgo. This is the virgin woman holding an ear of corn in her hand, representing the promised seed, the Messiah, the foundation of the hopes of fallen man, saying that the seed of the woman shall come. The second constellation that passes through the sky is Libra, the scales, representing the purchase or redemption, figured in the balance, weighing the price against the purchase. In other words, there shall be a price paid by him for a purchased possession. Third is Scorpio, which follows the indication of what that price was to be, the conflict, in which the seed of the woman receives the wound in his heel, while his other foot is on the head of the enemy, here figured by the scorpion, a venomous reptile, serpentine, as is Lucifer, who can sting even while his head is bruised. In other words, the price shall be a conflict with the serpent foe, Lucifer, Satan, and a wound in the conqueror's heel. Fourth is Sagittarius, the archer, with his arrow in the act of going out from the bow, expressing that the promised deliverer should be sent forth. In other words, he shall be sent forth swiftly and surely as the arrow from the bow. Number 5 is Capricorn, the goat, representing the victim or sacrifice, sinking down as wounded, showing that the promised deliverer must be slain as a sacrifice. Number 6 is Aquarius, the rising up and pouring forth of water as to cleanse and fertilize, showing that the sacrifice was to bring purification and benediction by means of the risen Messiah. In other words, he shall rise again and pour out blessings on his people. Number 7 is Pisces. 2 fishes are bound together by a band, which is continued to and held by the 4 feet of Aries, figuring the leading idea of union. The fishes, a well-known emblem of the church among the early Christians, represent the redeemed and purified multitudes of the church before and after the first coming, in union with each other and with their Redeemer. In other words, his people shall be multitudes and held in union with each other and himself. Number 8 is Aries, the lamb, or the ram of sacrifice, here not dying, but as it had been slain, is now reigning triumphant, with 1 foot on the head of the enemy, bound also by a band which that foot holds. In other words, he who was slain, whose heel was bruised, shall rule and shall tread his enemy under foot. Number 9 is Taurus, the bull, representing the dominion of him who had been sacrificed for sin, now reigning over all. In other words, he shall come in power, triumphant, and have dominion. Number 10 is Gemini. Whether human or of the sacrificial lamb, the twins represents the idea of combining or entwining, expressing the union of the divine and human nature in the promised seed of the Messiah. In other words, he shall be the Son of God and the Son of Man. He shall be the victim and the ruler. Number 11 is Cancer, the crab, holding fast its prey and representing the image of tenacious possession by him who has assured us, his purchased flock, that no man can pluck them out of his hand. In other words, he shall hold fast his purchased possession, which is the reward of his work, his inheritance, his gift from the Father. And last is Leo, the majestic lion of Judah, representing irresistible strength and final separation between good and evil. His foot is over the head of the prostrate serpent, closing the series, as we are told by the apostle, that he shall reign till he has put all things under his feet. In other words, he shall finally put all enemies under his feet, coming with 10,000 of his saints to execute judgment upon all, separating the realm of darkness from the realm of light. This is the Mazzaroth. This is the story of God's plan for redemption given to Adam. And this is what has been distorted into what's called today astrology, horoscopes. What's going to happen to me today? I'll tell you what's going to happen to me today. I'm going to seek my Father in heaven. I'm going to seek my Messiah, my high priest, my friend, Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. And I'm going to seek his voice that dwells in me by the power of his Holy Spirit, Ruach HaKodesh. And I am going to take one step closer to his eternal kingdom. What more do I want to know about today's events?